Sports, and wrestling in particular, have always been really important to my family. Wrestling was the thing that I knew could give me a strength of character, the work ethic. We are both body and spirit, and so we should give back the gifts God gave us by developing them. With wrestling, I've prepared myself to do that. But after the national tournament in Denver, my life changed drastically.
This tournament, they were supposed to get home, and we were all super excited because he'd done really well. And it was crazy, like, still hadn't heard anything. We got a phone call saying that they'd been in an accident. It's hard to find words to describe what it's like when somebody you love is potentially dying right in front of you and you can't do anything about it.
They were just wheeling him out of a room. He had some major trauma to his head. You know, that made him more scary because we didn't fully know everything that was wrong. Day by day was just a difficult process.
When I saw him in the hospital, I gave him the last rites because I didn't know that he would make it through. When I was able to talk with him, I said, "Danny, God must have something very, very special in mind for you because you probably shouldn't have survived this."
One of those last days in the hospital, I'd asked one of the doctors, "When can I go wrestle again?" She kind of just laughed. Said, "I don't know if you're gonna be doing much of anything ever again. You're gonna be happy to be walking." I didn't believe her. I told myself, no, I'm gonna go out and be a state champion. That is still my dream. I just need to know, what do I do today? Because I can't take step 7 before I take step 1.
Danny got up, attached to many, many things, and he walked. He was just bound and determined to beat it. I knew he would conquer it to some point. Never thought that he'd ever wrestle again.
The accident occurs March 22nd of 2015. February of 2016, I am cleared to begin wrestling again. Coach Wood comes up to me and we're talking about what comes to be known, Operation Keep the Dream Alive. Incrementally increasing my intensity of practice. If I could do that, will let me go into the state tournament. But if at any point I begin to have any sort of pain, he's yanking me.
It was just amazing. After every week, he just looked better and better. He's just one of the toughest kids I've ever coached. So that took him and separated him from his opponents because he'd go above and beyond.
So at the state tournament, finally find out that I'm actually competing the night before. My match is finally up, whistle blows, and I'm off. About halfway through the 3rd period, I lock up my cradle. Go to pull him back once, twice. On the 4th time, I hear the ref slap that mat. I get up, find where my family, my crowd, my home is sitting in the stands. I point up to them and I scream. I let it all out in that victory and the triumph.
The place just erupted when he won. And he jumps up and we catch him. To be able to watch him achieve that, it's hard to get the right words. It's just amazing.
Through the recovery process, my faith, as in everything, was most important. From the very beginning, most of my desire to want to go and be a champion, whereas before it was just that athletic accomplishment, right? But now it was, okay, God's given me this and he's preserved my life and given me all these kind people. Now I want to give back to him by making use of the talents, the gifts that he's given to me. I set a high goal, so I'm gonna go do this, and that is gonna be my offering back to him to say thank you. I joined the Knights of Columbus because I want to be part of something larger than myself that helps to give back throughout the world, in the United States, in our communities, to anybody who is in need.
Dan's younger than me, but I would definitely say that Dan's a role model, and he just gives his all to everything, whether it was wrestling or his faith. The Knights and Cody, they really are like the backbone of the parish, and he'll go at it 110%.
When somebody asks me to describe myself, it's quite simple. I'm a Catholic, I'm a patriot, I'm a wrestler, and now I am a Knight of Columbus.